There's a video of him floating around.
Is he that good now? It's like, I don't need pads.
Well, I think they were giving like jerseys off the back.
Yeah.
But this guy's skating around, and nobody's noticed this. I haven't seen anybody, especially the fake mainstream news, talk about this. This guy has his skates completely undone. Laces are just hanging out there, and he's skating around. Like Darrell Evans. You ever seen Darrell Evans skates?
I used to do that in practice all the time.
He used to play with no laces, so you know what I'm talking about.
Well, okay, so I do that in practice, and one of the reasons you do it is, man, if you ever want to really know where your edges are, that's the way to do it. I remember when I was a band, probably Pee-wee, I would take as much shin pad tape as I could to lock up my ankles, just because I was just a Bambi. I didn't have the ankle strength. But then I was recommended to me like, hey, not only should you not do that, you should probably take your laces out of the top two eyelets and lace it down there. Really get to know your edges. I became an unbelievable, and I'm not just pumping my own tires here, I became an unbelievable skater after that because you really know how you can dictate your edges. When I go out public skating, yeah, I'm not putting laces in. No, seriously, it believe me when I tell you, even if you want to go lace them up after that, it gives you a whole new perspective on where your edges are.
I want to get some video of you skating to see that.
Done.
All right.
Give me some skates. As of right now, I am sans skates.
Let's go to a stick and puck and let's get you some skates first off.
Sure.
Like the ankle strength to be able to do that, though, and I'm sure you would attest to it, even Darrell Evans, to go skating around without laces, you have to have such strong ankles, and especially as a goaltender. I couldn't believe it when I was seeing him skating around with no laces in his skates and going to give a fan his jersey, which I thought was crazy. I also have an insane stat for you. To give you an idea, so Hellebuyck was drafted in the 2012 draft, 130th overall. I got about a dozen goalies, believe it or not, that were picked ahead of him. Are you ready for this list?
Yep.
Goalies that were picked ahead of him. Andrei Vasilevsky.
Makes sense.
Malcolm Subban. Oscar Dansk. Anthony Stolarz. Jonas Korpisalo. Probably haven't heard of this one.
I remember Korpisalo.
Daniel Altschuler, Carolina Hurricanes prospect. John Gillies, retired.
Yep.
Winnipeg icon, Chris Streeter. He's so pissed off he never got the lifetime McDonald's that Andrew Hammond got. Jake Patterson. Remember him?
No.
Played for Team Canada, 2013 World Juniors. Friend of the show, personal friend of mine, Matt Murray. Frederick Anderson, the Great Dane. Big, meaty, big shoulders in that guy. And Sean McGuire.
All in that same draft.
All drafted ahead of Hellebuyck. And then there was Hellebuyck at 130. So Vasilevsky, Subban, Dansk, Stolarz, Korpisalo, Altschuler, Gillies, Dreger, Patterson, Murray, Anderson, McGuire, Hellebuyck.
Wow.
130th overall. What a steal.
Is that, are we floating in Tom Brady category there?
With the seasons he's had, last 3-4 years of dominance, yeah, I think you got to put him up there. What do you think?
Well, if he wins the Hart this year and gets the mug, yeah, I think he's definitely maybe in the conversation as far as not being the greatest of all time, but as far as being that good that late in the draft and being that much of a late bloomer, I think he's in the conversation. But I think the thing that frustrates me is Darcy Kemper his name's being thrown out there like, hey, why isn't Darcy Kemper being named for a Hart Trophy? Blah, blah, blah. The fact that Leon Draisaitl and Darcy Kemper are in the conversation is because they've had really good seasons. Like Kemper, his stats are really not that much far behind Hellebuyck's. They're really not. Like they're within a percentile in all categories. The Draisaitl one, though, I'm tired of hearing it. I really are. Like I'm not saying Edmonton was fighting for a playoff position, but there was a couple of tight assholes, towards the end of the season there, with McDavid being out and him having an injury and whatnot. Like he had a good season. I'm not taking that away from him. He had a good season. But Connor Hellebuyck just won his team the President's Trophy. So, I mean, I think the argument's over. Period. The Jets do not win the President's Trophy without Connor Hellebuyck. The Oilers likely still make playoffs where they are without Leon Draisaitl.
I don't know about that. Have you seen the fall from grace the Oilers have had the last couple of weeks without Connor McJesus and then Draisaitl?
Right, okay, but as long as you've got one of them, like with McDavid, he would adjust his game to make sure that his team's getting in the playoffs. He's that good. I think Draisaitl is a very nice addition. He's the Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan in the Oilers organization. He truly is. Let's be honest. He's good. Not taking anything away. But the fact that he's that highly touted for the Hart, I don't think he's done enough for his team. I think it's a runaway for Connor Hellebuyck, period. He won the President's Trophy. Argument's over.
Hey, more hockey content. It might be old, it might be new, it might be a full episode, it might be a half episode, but you can click these boxes because who doesn't like clicking boxes?